I'm joined now by a House Republican who has opposed both versions of the health care bill, New Jersey Congressman Leonard Lance. Congressman, you represent a district that was won by Hillary Clinton. You've got this new language that's the old bill, but also this ability to waive these conditions. Are you being rolled, you and your fellow members of the House Republican caucus who do represent these districts? It seems to me the House Freedom Caucus is saying you have to meet our demands and go get the votes from those other people because they're essentially weaklings with no spine and they're rollover.
My view has been consistent. I opposed the bill before Easter, and I oppose it now. And Chris, Barack Obama carried the district I serve in 2008. Hillary Clinton carried it by 1 point this time. I try to vote what's in the best interests of my constituents, and I intend to do so in this case.
Okay, but here's what Chris Collins said, and this is sort of what I find devilishly clever about this compromise. He says, some aspects of this are troublesome to a few of our members, not me, because this would not impact New York in the least. Now, keep in mind, we're talking about state-based waivers, right? He's saying, I'm from a blue state. Hey, whatever happens in Alabama, Louisiana, no skin off my nose. So at some point, you got to compromise. You got to take a tough vote. The main thing is we've got to deliver on this promise the president and all of us made to America when he elected us with majorities in the House and Senate and put Trump in the White House. What do you think about that?
I have consistently campaigned on the proposition that the pre-existing condition portion should remain. I've stated that in campaigns from 2010 forward. I do hope, however, Chris, that Democrats will come to the table regarding the exchanges. I have never said they're in a death spiral, but I think they're in particularly strong shape.
To that point about pre-existing conditions, I want to show you part of your own House Republican caucus's website. This is not us, this is not the Democrats, that says that no American should ever be denied coverage or charged more because of a pre-existing condition. That is currently, right now, as we speak, on your website. This legislative language violates that. Hasn't the House Republican caucus broken a fundamental promise?
I vote my conscience, and I'm not going to vote for it for several reasons, including the fact that I think no one should be denied coverage based upon a pre-existing condition.
But to repeat the question, haven't the House Republicans, the caucus that you're a member of, haven't they broken a promise? It's right there in black and white, right now on the website, and they've got legislative text out tonight that violates that promise.
I do not think that the current configuration of the law is consistent with that, and that's why I'm voting as I'm voting.
Do you think that other members that are in your position are going to vote that way, or has the House Freedom Caucus made the correct determination, along with leadership, that basically the so-called moderates are essentially pushovers and everyone will roll over?
I don't think that's the case. The leader of our group is my close colleague, Charlie Dent, from a neighboring district in Pennsylvania. My district is in New Jersey, and I think my views and Congressman Dent's views are virtually identical on this issue, and there are others as well, but I cite Congressman Dent as the leader of the Tuesday group.
Are they going to make you vote on this?
I don't know whether there's going to be a vote or not this week or in the coming weeks. Leadership knows my position on this issue, Chris.
Are you confused by the fact this came back after they said very specifically and publicly they were moving on?
I assume that any administration wants to engage in thoughts on all sorts of issues, including health care, and I do think we have to address the ACA. I do not think it's working to the best extent possible. I certainly think we need to lower premiums for Americans, and there are a lot of Americans who've had their premiums increase.
Right.
So I do think that we have to work on this issue. I just don't think that this is the proper bill in its current form.
All right, Congressman Leonard Lance, thank you for your time as always.